Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about sedimentation. First we are going to discuss about batch sedimentation. Before discussing this topic, we have to discuss what is sedimentation. It is a process in which water is collected in a basin and given proper detention time, during which suspended solid present in water is allowed to settle. Sedimentation is a process with low cost and low energy requirements. Proper basin design is very important for proper operation and better efficiency. Generally, sedimentation is nothing but separation of dilute slurry by gravity setting into a clear fluid and a slurry of higher solid content. So this is the schematic diagram of batch sedimentation. There are several stages in the setting of a flow-coated suspension, and a different zone are formed as sedimentation process. Usually, the concentration of solid is high enough that sedimentation of individual particles is hindered by other solids, that is affected by other solids, to such an extent that all solids at a given level settle at a common velocity. At first, solid is uniformly distributed in the liquid. This is shown in figure. Total depth of suspension is Z0. After a short time, the solid have settled to give a zone of clear liquid. Zone A in figure and a zone of settled solid capital D. Above zone D is a transition layer. Zone C, in which the solid content varies from that in the original bulk, to that in zone B. In zone B, the concentration, since the setting rate is same throughout this zone, boundaries between zone D and C and between C and B may not be distinct, but the boundary between zone A and B usually short. Setting continues. The depth of zone D and A increases. Depth of zone C remains nearly constant, and that of zone B decreases. This is shown in figure. Zone B disappear and all the solid in zone C and D. Meanwhile, the gradual accumulation of solid put stress on the material at the bottom, which compress solid in layer capital D. Compression break down the structure of aggregate and liquid is expelled into the upper zone. Sometimes liquid in the aggregate spread out of zone capital D like small geyser as layer D compresses. Finally, when the weight of the solid is balanced by the compression strength of aggregate, The settling stops are shown in figure. The entire process shown in figure A to E, this is called sedimentation. This laboratory batch settling, that is batch sedimentation test, is the basis for the design of a continuous thickener. Thank you for your attention.